here to light the fire. Spitting facts and stats, you know we never tire. Bringing the heat up, that action won't retire. Busting through the mic, our voices never expire. We ignite the spirit, never fading out. Light the torch, USC fans rise up high. On this podcast, we aim for the sky. Knowledge and entertainment, never mind. Together we stand, let the truth that will fight.
Welcome everybody to another episode of the Light the Torch podcast. I'm your host B Jones, and I got my boys with me. To the left, we have none other than Mr. Trojan Fame himself. That's Blackie Chan over there. You can follow him on Blackie Chan Gaming on Twitch and on X. To the right of me, we have Gunnar Atterbury of Views from the Stands. You can find him on Twitch as well as YouTube. And to the right, the bottom right, we have Raul Flores, the king of these LA streets, man. You can follow him on X. I believe that's your handle right there on the screen, right?
Yeah.
Right. And we have a special guest today. Everybody, welcome back, Mr. Sam Gallegos. Yeah, so
welcome, Sam.
Happy to have Sam join us today, man. We're gonna talk a little bit of spring, not spring camp, but fall camp. We're gonna talk some ball, man. Give some little updates of what we've been hearing and everything that's been going on around the Trojans, man. And as we get closer and closer to this matchup with LSU, which I'm very excited about, not only just because it's in Vegas, it's a big-time opponent. We're going to be on the main stage, man. We get to see what these boys are ready to do.
Yep.
So let's get into it, man. Without any further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Before we talk about that, though, we got to do a shameless plug here.
Uh-oh.
Our 2025, our CFB 25 team, the Centaurs. You can't forget about that.
I can't believe I forgot about that. Yes.
Yeah. This is your baby right here.
Right. So, just a quick disclaimer. Last Tuesday, if you're trying to tune in, we had some technical difficulties, but seem to have worked them out now. So, next Tuesday, we'll be streaming again around 7:30. You can catch our second game here. So, Blackie Chan, you got a little video for us?
Yeah, we got a little trailer for it here. So,
hey Sam, I picked a strong safety position. FYI, I might need some pointers.
Nice.
This is actual gameplay of B Jones, so hopefully he's not too bad.
Yeah, you see a good swarm tackling right there, open field. We all right, man. Hey, Gunnar went off this game, man.
Dime.
See Tyler right there with the long bomb. You got Trojan Blade with the celly. Look, hey Gabe, I got to see you hit those moves in real life, man. Yeah, so got ahead with 5 TDs, 547 yards. That's all right, guns. I guess.
Pretty good. Pretty good,
man. So that's how we opened up in the SEC, man. So as you can see, we got Oklahoma next. So you guys definitely want to tune in for that. I know we'll send some Sooner fans crying.
Here's some highlights from the last game.
Oh, there you go. Look, there goes
with the
there
nice
you go,
TFL.
Sam. There you go.
And then I think we got here's a deep ball to I forgot who the deep ball's to. Oh yeah, to Tyler.
Yeah, Tyler. Yeah.
He's out of there. I think he finished with 195.
Alternative unis, huh? You guys went with those alternative
unis.
Yeah, went on designs, man.
Hey, who was the designer on these?
That's me.
That was Brandon. Yeah.
Yeah, and then Guns, I guess, in that game was, like 547 yards, 68% completion for 5 touchdowns.
Yep,
with
his
right
arm,
too. With his top hand, because he's lefty.
Did you even run the ball?
Brother. Nah, nope.
we have a bum left arm.
So what are you, Graham Harrell?
USCJ finished the game with 25 carries for 149 as well. That's our running back. So yeah, USC priority had an interception and 2 deflections. So we did all right, man. Yeah, I think you led in tackles, Raul.
Did I?
Yeah, I think you led with 10.
All right, man.
So
That's
I don't know
good.
if I'm comfortable with that, man. I don't know if I want my safety leading in tackles, but
I
Yeah.
have to touch base with Sam, letting me know how I can get
Gotta
some 6 6s.
gotta talk to the linebackers, man. Can't be
yeah,
getting
man.
that deep.
Well, it's even worse because me and Blackie Chan are the linebackers.
See,
Oh,
how'd you let Kentucky score 30 points
You're right.
on us?
What's that?
How'd you let Kentucky score 30 points on us?
Well, as I said before, I was trying to fix the stream and play at the same time. So they caught me slipping like twice.
Excuses.
And the rest was no, I'm serious. They caught me slipping twice, and the rest it was all them. They did.
I mean,
The computer had to get theirs in.
Ken is saying that you had Alex Grinch calling plays for us.
Probably. At least we outscored them. That's all that matters, right?
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, guys,
We'll
come
take
join
that.
and come support next Tuesday.
Yeah, it's
What's your name on the roster, man?
just
Get
to
the
join the
memberships in.
team. Yeah, it's $1.99 to join the team. And then hopefully B Jones can get some good highlights of hopefully he doesn't play bad with your players. So Todd Orlando wasn't the worst. Like he had a good season with us.
I feel like we answered this before. Didn't we rank them the worst defense coordinators we had?
I think we did. Todd Orlando wasn't the worst.
No. Well, we know that it was the worst, but
Oh yeah, he's literally the worst defensive coordinator we've ever had in history.
Yeah.
So,
did you guys think he was gonna be the worst coming into
yes,
like last
well,
season?
the worst, no, but I knew he wasn't going to be any good.
yeah,
I was a little upset that Lincoln even brought him over here. He just hasn't done any favors prior to even getting here, and it's the same case when he got here. So
I just tried to stay optimistic, but then that just went away.
I think we all did, man. We let Lincoln sell us a
I
bag of
didn't.
goods.
I didn't. Evie and myself, we were done with Grinch after like the 4th game that first season. We were like, all right, he's got to go.
I mean, even in the spring game, right? I mean, they would go down the field pretty easily in the spring game.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
oh man.
Yeah.
Right when people were talking about changing, it was just going to change. Then when the spring game came, I was like, oh no, don't look like anything's changing.
Right.
Monty Kiffin or Todd Orlando? Are you asking who was worse or who was the best out of them? Or that's basically the same thing, but
what are we doing? We choosing out of the two, or what's going on here?
I don't want to disrespect Monty Kiffin right now because he just passed.
Rest in peace.
Tampa 2, right?
Listen, Monty Kiffin was a legend at what he did.
Yeah,
He's just his scheme was just outdated.
Or he didn't evolve his scheme to the modern college football at that time. But no, like he was definitely very physical, and it's not like that our team was out of position like a lot of the time that Alex Grinch was, but it just didn't work for that time for USC at that point. It can work, it just wasn't for us.
Yeah. All right, let's get out the past, man. Let's go ahead and jump into the present and talk about this year's Trojans. Which has a much better defensive coordinator.
Yes.
And I'm liking everything I'm hearing out of fall camp right now, especially concerning our defense. So let's jump into it, man. What's up?
I just realized he's my age too. That sucks. That makes me feel bad about myself. Danton Lynn. I was like, what am I doing with my life? And he's defensive coordinator for USC.
Well, he's pretty much bred for that position, man.
Yeah.
Hey, I played football most of my life too. Come on.
Yeah, for those joining us in the chat, like I said, we got a special guest, Sam Gallegos. If you guys have any questions for him, feel free to put them in the chat. But for those that don't know, we had him the first episode. He is the father of Marquis Gallegos, current freshman safety for USC. So been hearing a lot of good things for Marquis as well, Sam. So Any info on the fall camps you want to share with us? Feel free to go ahead and share with us.
But, well, yeah, I mean, just the guys are playing together. They're all very impressed with the coaching staffs. They see that the guys that were here before see a big difference. The new guys, it's not hard to identify a good coach, right? I mean,
Yeah.
Just talking to coaches and seeing their demeanor and how they go about their business, you could figure out what type of coach they are right away. And yeah, they've been proving it every practice. Marquis, I have a daily call with him to ask him how practice is going, and he's always tells me how he's impressed by this coach, he's impressed by this coach. They know their stuff, and they know how to go about their business, and try to make everybody better. And the only concern is that they are too good, So I don't know how long we're gonna keep these guys.
Right.
So I'm pretty sure. You put out a top defense this year, and other teams in the Big Ten or SECs are gonna start calling.
Yeah. Well, like I heard Taylor Mays was working with the safeties by himself today without Danton Lynn. So
Mace is he's a good dude, man.
I'm glad we kept him too.
Humble guy too. Recruiting trips, there would be guys that didn't even know who he was, right?
How could you not?
Well, I mean, not everybody's an SC fan, right?
Yeah.
During recruiting trips, you get kids from everywhere. That there was always someone, a parent or somebody that would have to stand up and tell them, there's the guy who ran what was it, like a 4.27 in the combine,
angry
right?
4.27.
Yeah, like at 227, I think it was.
Yeah.
And there was always one parent that had to remind all the kids who he was, but not him, man. He stays humble. He's, just out there helping out the kids.
Yeah, and he had some.
I'm assuming that Marquis knew exactly who it was.
Yeah, he knew who he was, but I mean, he looked more into him once he met him, right?
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure you gave him some information on him and showed him some of his big hits.
Oh yeah, definitely, man. The Penn State here, especially. Know how to show him that one.
Took out two players.
Right, his own players too. So yeah, I definitely was a Taylor Mays fan. Like I said, I grew up being a safeties fan, fan of the position. So all the top safeties I kind of knew about them.
Right. Yeah, man. That's definitely a highlight tape that I would even watch before I played my games, man. And whether it was college or semi-pro, man, I had to watch Moments of Impact, Taylor Mays highlights, and that's why am I blanking? The guy from Miami, safety, Sean Taylor. Sorry,
Sean Taylor. Yeah,
man. I had to watch those highlights before every game, man. So
yeah, there's a lot that Taylor Mays is teaching Marquis about the safety position that necessarily in high school you don't practice it too much because it's not as fast, right?
Yeah.
In high school you could pretty much peek at the quarterback, read his shoulders, and still get there. At this level, you peek at the quarterback and he'll throw it by you, right? I mean, you really, he's teaching him how to read everything, how to work his eyes, work his reads, and pretty much, once he sees something, he's already 2 steps towards that, towards that location or towards his eyes 2 steps ahead, and something that again you're just not born with that. It's something you learn, and Mays is someone that someone that really good to learn from.
Yeah, he did a great job, especially in that Louisville game as well. Like he made a huge difference when it came to tackling in that game.
Right. And yeah, definitely the tackling part of it. But of course, hopefully we're not making as many tackles from the safety position as Raul over there, but
Yeah, man.
you know,
It's never good there, you know, when you got your
right.
safety. Man.
Yeah.
But I'll kind of jump in. I mean, talk more about the defense and camp updates. I mean, Belk spoke highly about his group. He says he wants to play like 8 to 10 guys. You know,
Yep.
kind of a rotation, very deep. I love to hear that. He even mentioned that we're probably even a little bit further ahead than what they thought and could be at this current moment. So, I mean, it just shows that the defense is learning very quickly. The installs are working, and we could tell in some of the Sam mentioned. I mean, they're pretty close. This team is. I mean, the defense in particular as well. That was something that was mentioned. So, just more great news, and I just love hearing this type of stuff, especially on our defense. Obviously, given the past few years.
Yeah, and from what Eric Henderson also said, like without anyone even prompting him, he mentioned Gavin Myers, and so which is good to hear that he's stepping up. A lot of people were hoping that he would, especially since he transferred from Wyoming. When we've had a lot of good luck with Wyoming players, so it's good that someone's stepping up so they could possibly be Bears Robin at this point.
Absolutely.
And then they also talked about injuries and Braylon Shelby, and I did not know that Cam Fallon hasn't been practicing, but he's been out, but it's definitely something that they're not worried about, which is good to hear. But
yeah, Cam must be recent, I would assume.
Yeah, I guess he's recent. But yeah, really the only one that's really out is Mekhi Crawford.
Yeah, long term. Yeah. So far, I hate to say it, knock on wood. But yeah, we're doing good so far.
Yeah.
So since you mentioned Bear, give me your guys' thoughts on Lincoln Riley's comments on Bear and what we've heard since then.
I like it. I'm loving this Lincoln Riley 2.0. He's not afraid to. He's like a lot of his coach speak. It hasn't been like it's been showing up here and there, but like when he's telling it like it is. Like we're not. He's not beating around the bush as often. So I like the fact that he's calling them out, and then literally the next day, Bear was the first person out of the locker rooms to the practice field. So it got to him, and I'm glad that it didn't like kind of deter him from wanting to put more effort because his head coach is calling him out. But the fact that he did call him out, and then you see him coming out of the tunnel the first time, that's good to hear.
Okay, so he was the first one out yesterday, but today he let Kyron beat him, man. Beat him up today, so.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah. So with that Bear, man, was that a one-time thing, man? What's up? You gotta be consistent, baby.
You don't know if he wasn't like right behind him.
No.
It's good that he's trying to light a fire in these players and making sure that they don't take it take any plays off or anything like that, and that's what he's going to need to do to make sure he's a first round pick and that he's going to be the disruptor like he said he was when he interviewed with USCJ. He said he's going to be a disruptor. And so you got to be consistent to be considered that disruptor.
I mean, we've seen him do it.
Yeah.
It's first. I mean, he was double teamed a lot last year. Off. Well, we had a 3-month front, and he was double teamed a lot last year. He wasn't getting too much help. So I don't expect, hearing that about Gavin Meyer, leads me to believe that won't be the case this year. But Eric Henderson also mentioned today, and what's the transfer?
He mentioned Kobe as well.
Clifton.
Yeah, Clifton. I'm sorry. Yeah, Nate Clifton. Yeah. I'm blanking on names today, man. Blackie Chan, you did this to me. No, but Nate Clifton, man. Nate Clifton has been balling out too. So it's going to be opening things up for Bear, man. So they're going to have to pick their poison. So he's not going to be seeing too many double teams if what we're hearing is true.
So now that you guys are talking about the D line, and this goes for all of you guys here. I know that we were having some concerns, a little doubts about our depth at our D line, and are they going to stand up with the Big Ten and whatnot. How do you guys feel about the D line now moving forward from all the camp updates and from what we've seen so far? I personally feel really good about our D line.
A lot more comfortable, for sure.
Still
A lot
concerns,
more comfortable. Yeah.
still concerns, but not as dire as it was before.
Right.
Yeah, I would agree.
I go back to coaching, man. Everything relies on coaching. Like, I mean, there's talent on every team. Every team has talent. But you got to know how to use your guys. You know how to coach them up. If you coach them up right, I mean, you could have 2, 3, 4 guys deep for any position. You know, if you coach them right. So that's I think that big advantage we have this year. You're starting to see, like you said, Coach Henny just starts mentioning names of guys you kind of didn't even think about, and they're just showing up at practice because, again, the coaching is there, that they're doing good things. They're inspired too. Especially having a coach like that, they themselves want to do well for that coach, right? So guys come out and coaching's it's the big equalizer. When you don't have, of course, all the 5 stars, that's a big equalizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One
that's
thing that
the thing. Sorry, go ahead, Buckchin.
Oh no, go ahead. I was going to kind of move on to something else.
Okay. No, it's pretty much confirms what I said before. Like, we're going to see some guys that are going to jump out that we haven't seen previously, or maybe it was buried on the depth chart last year. You know what I mean? Listen, everybody we recruited here is here for a reason. You don't just go to SC for being, you got to be some kind of good, you know what I mean, or have some kind of potential. So it's up to the coach to get that potential out of the players, right? And I have no doubts in Coach Henny to do that. So we're going to see some guys that we didn't really think. Well, we're already seeing, or hearing some guys that we didn't really think was going to do too much actually do something, man. Just like Sam said.
Then Coach New is going to be allowed to do whatever he does too, because I feel like last year he was limited on what he's able to do. So I'm glad that they're letting the coaches do their thing and bring out all the potential out of these players.
Right. Yeah. Another thing for the coaches are all on the same accord this year opposed to last year, so that helps a lot. Brings down the confusion. We know that there was times when players were hearing one thing from their position coach and another thing from the D coordinator. And I've been in that situation, man. It's never good. It's a lot of confusion on top of trying to make whatever it reads.
So really quick, what do you guys think about the new walk-on that we got? I know he's probably not going to play all that much, maybe because he's like legit new, just recently. But Malik Amos or Cash Amos, he's what, 6'3", 310, and apparently in 2022 he was weighing 240, and so he's definitely added some weight. He's added 40 pounds since last year. He was weighing 270 last year.
Wow.
Do you think he can get up to speed?
He hasn't even been in Wiley's weight program yet.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's not expected to play, obviously, being a walk-on, but it's nice to have another big body, just in case, just a little more added depth. He's extremely smart from what I hear. So, big boy, he's very smart, so he should be able to grasp the defense pretty soon. So we'll see what happens, man. What's his classification? What year is he in? I don't know if I got that.
I don't know exactly. I'm assuming a junior if he went to a 2-year college.
Yeah.
Prior would be my guess.
So he probably
just another big body. You never know, right? I mean, we've had a few, I think, walk-ons that just kind of came out of nowhere and became stars. So
we have.
Never know.
Obviously, the coaches see something in him. So
and I was going to say kind of what Sam mentioned earlier. It's all about the coaching. I mean, you never know. He might not be a All-American or anything, but he may be able to make a play or two on upcoming games, right? He might not start early in the season, but late in the in the season when our players are a little banged up, we may be able to step in and make a few plays.
Anthony James, you don't have to be a downer. You never know. He could be the next Clay Matthews.
Hey, shout out to CM3, man.
He may not be a permanent scout team, but who knows?
We don't know.
He looks the part. He looks the part.
Let's see. Right.
Hey,
if he puts in the work.
Hey, walk-ons sometimes are just underrated guys, and all they need is just that opportunity and the right coaching staff, and the sky's the limit, man. So if they got the right mindset, which I think the guy's a pretty smart guy, right? He had like a 4-point or a 3-point something.
Something, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
He's a smart guy, so he seems like he has the right mentality. He's focused. You never know. He may become somebody.
Yeah, he has the right coaches to get him there.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, he probably got himself into SC, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Yep.
You got to be pretty smart.
Yeah.
He probably has like an academic like scholarship, but maybe not a sports scholarship. But yeah, he's definitely similar to physique as Bear, so you never know.
Yeah. No.
We don't have too many people his size as walk-ons, so he can find himself up there.
Right.
But yeah, Anthony Jim says, I want to see how they use Gentry. Excited with his skill set and measurements.
That's the biggest question mark, the biggest mystery of this defense this year, man, in my opinion. Is how will Eric Gentry be used? Yeah. I mean, listen, you can put him at so many different positions, man. He's a unique person. Yeah. A unique player, man. We don't see too many football players like him, man, with that build and that athleticism. You got 6'7" dude in the middle of the field who has a 40-inch vertical. Trying to fit the ball over him is not going to be an easy task, and we don't have the greatest quarterbacks in this conference, man. So that should be a huge advantage, man, passing downs for sure.
Slap Happy, he has gained some weight. He's up like to 220 right now, 225.
He already has straps and everything, man. Come on, Slap Happy. He has straps and everything.
He's just too tall, dude. No, he'll never get that.
Yeah, like
he'll never look
hard to tell.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want him to be at, like 250, so he can have a beer belly or something?
Listen, it's not for the lack of trying. I can tell you that, man. Coming from a source, man, he's definitely putting the work in more than that you would think, by looking at him. But he's definitely putting the work in. He's just a hard gainer. I mean, he doesn't gain weight easily. So I gave him a little advice. You got to just, with my background, I gave him a little advice that eat more carbs. He's got to be carb heavy in his diet. Or else it's just gonna go right through him. But
hey, Sam, we just gotta give him some Mexican food, right?
So yeah, but 225 is 225, no matter how tall he is.
Exactly.
Right. I mean, you're still getting hit by a 225 guy. It don't matter if he's taller.
We're gonna have to tell him some Mexican spots around the Coliseum. Get some extra pounds. Get some tacos.
They definitely have some spots though.
See,
did you guys check out the video that USC took out or put out with Ants coaching the linebackers? I thought that was pretty cool to see.
Yeah,
there was some actual coaching going on this year.
So, what was your takeaway from that video?
I like the fact. Go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say I like the fact that Ents had no voice, pretty much. So like he was having the assistant do all this the calling for it, but you can tell that he's very enthusiastic. He coaches right after the player goes through the drill. Like he says, hey, you need to do this. Like it's actually coaching.
Yeah. Technique, fundamentals. I mean, that's kind of what I took out of it, right? I mean, they're doing the little stuff. They're not just going from 0 to 60.
Yeah, just not running through the drill. Trying to get through it.
Yep. And you notice that he's correcting them right on the spot as well.
Yeah.
Like, nope, get your rep back. Let's do it right. It was interesting to see how receptive Eric Gentry was to his instruction too. We also saw Coach Ball out there, man. Bryson Allen Williams.
Yep.
That dude looks like he's gonna be a future star coach too, man.
Every coach that we see
physical too.
Yeah.
Because they were telling them about when they were slapping the dummy.
Right.
They were like, no, put some power behind it. So at least that's from what I remember seeing in the video too, that they were telling them put some effort behind that.
Well, because I think Cobb went first and he was slapping the hell out of it.
Yeah.
So everybody else behind him was like, that's the way you got to slap it.
Exactly.
Yeah. Like if you watch every single drill, every coach is giving them feedback immediately. Like Coach Henny's doing it. Like there was one where like I forgot who it was that was going through the drill, but like every time they're just constantly just showing them what they need to do, just slightly tweaks things here and there. So it's great to actually see that, because I bet if we go back into some other videos from like 2022, 23, none of that's going to be happening, at least with if you see Grinch coach in there. So but see, really quick to counteract Slap Happy's situation here. So in 2022, Gentry had 71 tackles, 4 for loss, 2 sacks, 3 quarterback hurries, 2 forced fumbles, 3 pass breakups, and an interception. And that was all undersized. And now that was when he was like weighing 200 pounds. Now he's weighing 225.
Dude was a freshman All-American, man. What do you want from him? The proof is in the pudding.
Yeah, so at the size that he was at before. What?
No, I'm saying at this level, at the college level, he's a freshman All-American. He's proven what he can do on this level already, man. So obviously his weight is not too much of a factor.
Yeah, he knows how. Yeah.
And one thing that I don't know if we brought it up in the past or not, but one thing that also gets me excited about the defense, it's like a lot of the freshmen are standing out from what I've been hearing. Danton Lynn said that, all the Marcellus, Marquis, Conley, and all these guys are standing out on the practice field, whether they're being physical or not being afraid. They're just going after it.
Yeah.
And then Carlon Jones as well.
Yep.
The linebackers too, man. The freshman linebackers they're talking about them. They might even get in there. They might be.
Desmond did really good last year or in the spring.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I was but they're flying around, man. We got some dudes, man. I told you we had a lot of guys on that class that just flew under the radar. Wildly underrated. So, which seems to be a lot of our guys. You know what I mean? That Lincoln has recruited, man. They do a great job scouting this staff for sure.
Well, they're talking about how their rating goes down once they commit, right?
Yeah, we know that.
Every time.
That's been a thing for us for quite some time.
I honestly don't know how you guys handle this every year, man. Because I've been an SC fan, but I didn't follow recruiting. Man, this is crazy.
Yeah,
so many ups and downs. Man, it's stressful, man.
Exactly.
It is very stressful.
Imagine if you were in our chat, Sam.
Oh man,
we have highs and lows in that chat.
I still don't see how you gain 5-star guys and you lose 5-star guys, but not decommitting, or just you already have them committing, but they re-rank them. They're no longer 4-stars. Now these guys are 5 stars, and they haven't played one game in high school. Like why? How did the ranking go up or go down? It's been like a month, of off season, no camps, no nothing. So it's crazy to me.
Yeah.
We know what that is, man.
It's the USC effect.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to give us too much credit.
Right. I mean, it's the same guys. You're still recruiting the same guys. They're just ranking this different, and
right.
You as a team you drop a couple and you go up a couple, but you're still recruiting the same guys. It's just crazy.
I mean, if Juju Lewis was verbally committed to like a different school, he would have been a 5-star for sure
Yep.
at this point in this class, regardless. And now all of a sudden he's a 4-star because he's still committed to USC. If he does flip, which at this point I don't think he will, but if he does flip, he's gonna become a 5-star.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
If he goes to CU, they'll be like, "Oh my God, he's the number 1 player in the nation."
Yeah.
It just makes no sense, but
No comment.
So yeah, going into the offensive side of camp, sounds like we're starting to kind of see who's going to be our tight end depth chart, I guess you could say. Sounds like obviously Lake's going to be the top guy, but we're hearing some good things from Eldridge, the sophomore, and then Joey Olsen as well. Obviously Walker is doing some things. He's coming on from his
mission.
Mission, thank you. And then Matthews has kind of been in and out as well. So I'm sure throughout the season that will change. But sounds like for the first week we're gonna have kind of those top 3 guys. And what Lake mentioned was, I mean, Solo has been kind of killing it, is basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
He's one of the hardest guys that he's had to block. Also Lucas. So just more kind of praise on the defensive side of that from the tight end. So really hope we can utilize those guys.
Listen, Trojan family, I feel like it's our duty tonight before you lay down. Keep Solo in your prayers, man. They can stay healthy. All right?
Yes, please.
I mean, he definitely deserves it for himself, man. But that's all I'm praying for, man. Just keep him healthy, man. And the rest of it, he can take care of.
Really quick, shout out to Gabe, and after this stream, go check out his most recent video about Paul Feinbaum. His crash out was great. It was great.
Yeah, we decided not to crash out today, Gabe. We think you handled it well enough.
Oh, I want to crash out, but I'm not.
You and our guy Sacramento Trojan, man. Shout out to him as well.
I like all that negative talk, man. I want, hopefully it swings, gives Trojans 14-point underdogs. I'll take those points. I'm taking the money line anyways.
So Sam, have you heard anything regarding all the negative talk, like as far as in the locker room and how they're taking it?
No, man, they're taking it fine, man. They don't hear that. They know what they got in their locker room.
Right.
It doesn't. So it to me, I'm the person or us, like as fans, are the ones that are like confused by it. Knowing, again, the similarities between LSU and us, right? There's a lot of similarities, and why is the big difference in how they view us or they view them, right? I mean,
yep.
It seems like we did better on the coaching staff part, right? Their defense was horrible too last year.
Yeah.
And on the coaching staff, we hired a better coaching staff. I just don't see it, But I mean, again, it's fine. Everybody will see the first game, and hopefully it drops again minus +10, and I'll take that money line. I'm fine with it.
I feel like when we win, man, when we beat LSU, Feinbaum should be fired the following day.
He's their golden boy, because they got rid of the only person that could actually speak about college football in RG3. So they can keep Paul. It's because he probably talked crap about Paul Feinbaum, and they're like, nope, we gotta get rid of him. Like, we can't have anyone talking about our SEC homer.
Well, that other
surprise. Go ahead.
That other host that was with them with Feinbaum, I forgot that guy's name. That guy's always negative too. That guy was talking about how it was going to be a two-score win, more than 2 scores. It wasn't even going to get close, and that was before he brought Feinbaum in on the show. I mean, they got plenty of haters over there. You could fire one, there'll be another one.
Right.
ESPN just doesn't they bring on the people that can't even talk about college football, like Stephen A. Smith. Like all he knows is Alabama. That's all he talks about is Alabama. Like, and then Alabama can lose like 3 games. He still says that they should be in the playoffs.
Right. Well, we know what that is, man. We know who owns the ESPN is SEC. They're in bed with each other. But as far as RG3 getting fired. Yeah, that was wild, man.
Yeah, I was surprised by that.
Yeah, I mean, we can't. How can you take ESPN serious when they have nobody on there that talking college football that's ever played college football? You can't tell me Paul Feinbaum played college football.
Nope.
Ain't no way he fitting those ears in anybody's helmet. So I know he didn't play no ball, man.
Yeah, and we also got a shout out to Yogi Roth though. Yogi Roth, he actually listens and sees what happens with teams or whatever, and he shouted out our defensive team hires. So like for some reason, everyone just wants to forget that ever happened, and they still think Alex Grinch is our defensive coordinator.
That's fine. Let him sleep, man. We're gonna wake him up.
Yeah. But Yogi also was with USC for a little bit, so he kind of has some bias, maybe.
Well, I think you're gonna call it like it is.
Yeah, he does call it like it is. Same with RG3, which kind of sucks that he's not there anymore.
Yeah. All right, what else we got, fellas?
What else did
they talk? The offense updates. We didn't go through everything, right?
What's up?
I'll say we didn't go through the entire offense updates on the fall camp.
Well, Elijah Page is fine. That's really all that really matters.
That's a bigger deal than you.
Yeah, but like we already talked about that before, though. Right. But hopefully, like today or yesterday, was it today that Ohio State announced their starter? Hopefully. Maybe tomorrow we should see if they can ask about who's going to be if they come close to finding a starter at this point, because I would like.
They asked them today. They asked the QB coach. Yeah, they asked Hurd today, and basically just said, it's up to the head coach, and the decision will be made. That was one of the questions I was going to bring up. Should we,
I hope by the end
should we expect, right? Yeah, I would expect some close because we only have 2 weeks. But also on the O-line, it sounds like Alani Noah's starting to separate himself a little bit. Yeah. Probably obviously due to his play, also kind of just the people behind him get kind of just a little bit banged up and whatnot, so they couldn't really close that gap, right? So he's taking over that spot right now, and it sounds like he'll be our right guard week 1.
Yeah, your greatest ability is availability.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So hopefully they can figure out the starters. Like hopefully we can actually get a depth chart by this week, so they can actually start instilling, like making sure everyone has the same rotation and that they can start getting comfortable with the person next to them.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Go ahead.
Okay. No, I was saying Walter Clark says Joe Klatt even thinks that people are underestimating USC.
Yeah, that's
saying a lot. If Joe Klatt is, we know Joe Klatt is not.
Joe Klatt, yeah.
USC. He's been a hater in the past for sure.
So I got a question: if USC wins, if USC beats LSU, do you believe USC moves up more or LSU drops more than USC moves up?
That's a good question.
They will find a way to downplay us.
Yeah, the excuse.
And just say LSU wasn't that good.
Yeah, exactly.
LSU is what, 12, right? LSU 12.
13.
13. Okay, so
it's crazy how similar they are.
Yeah, like we're 23 and they're 13.
13.
Right. When you don't have any two similar, more similar teams in all of college football. One is 13, the other is 23 somehow.
We legit have like the same storylines as everyone as LSU. Like the defensive coordinator is different. We lost a Heisman Trophy winning quarterback. Pretty much, everything's different. The only thing that LSU probably has the leg up is just offensive line cohesiveness. But even they're maybe having some issues there. But other than that, it's just like it's pretty identical in the storylines.
Yeah.
But see, also LSU though, like Brian Kelly is not good in their first games. Like last year, they got stomped by FSU. The year before that, they won. FSU won by 1 point. So
I think Jeff was saying, our longtime listener, I think it was Brian Kelly or maybe LSU in general, but basically they haven't won week 1 since like 2019 or something like that. I think it was Brian Kelly, but yeah, so sounds like that side's on, on our side.
So where do you guys think what happens if we end up winning and LSU loses? Where do you think we end up being ranked in comparison to LSU?
I can see swap. I can see the swap.
I don't think they would. I don't think they would swap us.
I don't think
they would have. I don't think they would swallow that pill and be like, we gotta put USC over an SEC team.
Yeah.
Well, I think they're gonna move us a lot. I don't. I could see them not pushing LSU all the way to the 23rd, right? Like I could see them moving them to like 18, let's say, and then we're like 14.
I don't think they would put us 14.
Like, so here's the thing: if they don't drop them much, they're admitting that we were a really good team, and they're giving them a pass because they're a really good team. You know what I'm saying?
That's what they'll do, though.
Yeah, well, I expect us to probably be in the 15 to 17 range.
My camera's kind of being stupid.
Yeah, I think they would put us like in the 15th spot around there, and then LSU kind of like you guys mentioned, 18 to like 23rd.
Yeah, they'll be right behind us.
Yeah, if anything, they'll make us 17, and they'll put LSU
right behind us.
Yeah. What if we just end up destroying them in the game? We win by like 3+ scores.
Maybe.
Hey,
maybe.
I think it's possible.
LSU just dropped
all I know.
Maybe they would give us credit.
Or LSU just drops more.
Like, but see, like these are the same people where FSU beat LSU by like 2 touchdowns, but then they go into the college football playoff, or they don't even make the college football playoffs because
going undefeated.
Yeah, after going undefeated. This is the same college football panel that just refused to let FSU into the playoffs. So I don't trust anything that they will do. Like they will find some way to screw us, like they did with FSU.
The problem is in college football, we have all these committees. And we know all these people in these committees aren't watching every game. So what are they going to do? They're just going to, I'm familiar with them. Let's move them up.
But see, that's also
that one game. So
but that's also the good thing about us being in the Big Ten.
Right.
They watch our games.
Right.
So, but like who's week 1 playing? Because at this point, like it really all depends on what happens in week 1. Like if some of the top teams win still, then I don't think they will drop. But if the top teams lose, then I can see a weird kind of switch when it comes to rankings.
Very true.
Yeah, I'm not sure like where these teams are ranked, but I just know like Texas A&M and Notre Dame play. I know Florida and Miami play, but these are all Saturday. We're the only game on Sunday, obviously. I forget there was another kind of Clemson, Georgia.
Georgia, yeah,
that's one out there. So
doesn't Notre Dame play like a ranked team too?
Yeah, Texas A&M, yeah.
Texas A&M, but they're both kind of beat up a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh, they're both ranked higher than us.
Yeah, not surprised, but yeah, there's no real big games in the first week besides the ones that we just mentioned. Like, who knows? Maybe CSU can do something to Texas because they almost beat everyone's golden child CU last year, and they have a good quarterback and good wide receiver. So you never know. I'm just hoping for that, but let's see.
It's hilarious, man. You be talking like you was never a fan.
What? Of CU?
Like Shannon over here acting like you was never a CU fan, man. You had a buff sweatshirt on.
When? When have I ever had a Like
Come
I
on,
may
man.
have
You
had
gotta
it
use
like
that all
back
the
in
games.
the only time I did go to CU games, but I don't think I've ever had any merch from CU ever. Like I don't think
So
I've
you
ever
wasn't
had
really
any
a
of
fan
that.
'cause
Hey,
you didn't have
Blackie
merch.
Chan, this came directly from your mouth. I was a CU fan in the past.
Yeah. And I like just because I'm not going to have CU and USC gear together. I was always a primary USC fan, so I just
I
went
have,
because I couldn't go see USC play at all because my parents wouldn't fly out to California for that. So
yeah, I have a ton of CU gear still. My
From-
nephew played there for 4 years, so
Okay.
Okay. And that Anthony James is funny right here. He says Blackie Chan's favorite drink is Prime.
I will block you.
You got a pair
I
of
will
blenders
block
on
you.
right there, don't you?
Like, okay, I hate Logan Paul, so I've never tried it. I will never try it. And who is Jackie? Okay, Slap Happy. Who's Jackie? I ain't Jackie. The only person that can call me that is USCJ.
Right.
So
But
that wasn't you walking around doing this, right? You weren't doing
I
doing
couldn't
celebration
see
every
her
2 seconds?
face. No,
No, when you.
No.
Okay.
I wasn't tweeting about my NIL thing in halftime. No.
So you don't do that on College Football 25. You don't do
Can
that
they actually
celebration.
do that? Is that a thing? Is that a
I
celebration
think
for
so. I
them?
haven't played with Colorado, but I think so. That's you but
One of your first subs. Huh?
that is true, Blackie Chan. Come on.
You know
Listen,
what
man.
happened? What happened to?
Blackie Chan is partial to no one, man. He even blocks our guest sons. So
Yeah.
He had it coming. Whatever happened to Tayfah?
Is there any
That's a great
other
question.
topics that you guys wanted to bring up in today's show? Anything you want to bring up, Sam, yourself?
no, I just want to ask you guys. You guys have something set up for Vegas, or what's going on?
We're working on it, man. We do plan to
Okay.
have a meet. We do plan to have a meet and greet with all the content creators, with all the UT content creators. So we're working on setting that up now. But you definitely got to come, man. You definitely got to come out.
Yeah, definitely, man.
Yeah.
We'll give you
Bring
details when we
the
get closer.
family over, Sam, and have a good time. And shout out to your wife, Kenny, because without her, this wouldn't have been possible, right? She's the one that connected me with you. So shout out to her.
Thank
Shout
you,
out
man.
to everybody.
Yeah, definitely. Thanks.
Yeah, hopefully
All right, you
we
guys
can
got
get
any
something
questions,
set up and go ahead.
Sorry,
Sorry.
go ahead.
I was going to say,
No, it's still
hopefully
in
we
the
can
chat,
have
man.
something set
You
up
got
and
questions?
then.
All right, you go for real this time.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Hopefully we can have something set up and we'll post about it on the Twitter. So, but yeah, TBD on that.
Yeah.
I feel like,
chat.
man, I just can't wait, man.
When are you
Yeah,
gonna get in there, Sam?
Saturday. I'm too old to do 3 nights in Vegas, man. I'm down to 2 nights.
Yeah, I'm getting there. Thursday? I'll be there all the way till Tuesday. Actually,
I wouldn't
Yeah.
survive.
well, like it's also going to be a family kind of situation for us. Like me and my whole family are going to be flying out there, so we're just going to have a little fun.
So not too much sauce then.
Yeah, it's not just going to be me, because if it was just me, then I don't know if I could survive.
Bro, we're gonna keep it to a limit, man.
What was that?
So we're gonna keep it to a limit, man. You too.
Oh
Look,
yeah.
you're a big boy, man. I ain't carrying you, dog.
Nah, man. I'm not. I don't. I can drink and hold my. I don't need nobody to take care of me. I'll be all right.
Blackout Chan. Hey, don't let it happen, Black Chan. That's gonna be a nickname for the rest of Vegas for sure.
I don't remember the last time I blacked out. So
Nobody does.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say, well, like I have been trained by my wife's family. Like they drink more than I've ever seen any. Like it's bad. Like I thought like maybe like black parties, Mexican parties. I've been to all of them, but these ones, like Hmong people, can drink. They can drink.
Is that right?
Yes, they can drink. They do. They create their own moonshine, and like they have like 10 bottles of it, and it's just like it goes down so smooth, but then it messes you up.
Thanks.
But that's getting off topic. So it's all Jeff's fault.
Well, with the Louisiana fans, there'll be some moonshine probably.
Yeah, I would say I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like I don't know if you know the LSU football fan account. He just followed me on Twitter. Maybe we could try to get him on the show.
Yeah, we're planning for that. It would have to be. I mean, obviously we won't be around on Thursday when we do our normal pregame show. So it would have to be, but next week, I guess. Right?
Oh yeah, are we not doing a pregame show on that Thursday?
If everybody's gonna make it in on Thursday, I'm sure. I mean, everybody's gonna be on their way to Vegas Thursday, right?
Actually, yeah, probably. Yeah, Thursday I'm going to be on the.
Yeah, I'm leaving Friday.
I'm getting there Friday night. I'll be there Friday afternoon, Friday evening.
I'll be on the plane actually on at like 5:00, so I probably won't be able to make.
So we will, but you won't.
And then I'm gonna take Sam's advice here. I'm gonna go USC money line as well for that game.
I thought you were already doing that.
I put money on the season, like 7.5 over, and then over on
an easy one.
Yeah, so I put 7.5 over, and then for us to make the college football playoffs as well. So I haven't done the money line, so I'll probably end up doing that.
See, Slap Happy, we're trying to, but I actually looked on the Huddle, the College Huddle's website. I don't think they have an LSU podcast.
I gotta check the spreadsheet. I'll check the roster.
I looked at all their list of SEC SEC accounts, and they don't have it there. So we might have to
investigate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I got a question for you, Sam, since you may not be in the podcast before the season starts. So what's your prediction for that game?
Oh man, I haven't really thought about it. I don't have a prediction, man. I just want to make sure we win, man. And by 1 score, 2 scores, 3 scores, it'll be better, of course. But yeah, just a win will be great.
Good.
I don't follow LSU too closely to know, how they're gonna do. I just know what I feel we're gonna do out there, which is score a lot of points, and hopefully that defense comes through.
Yeah.
If you ask me, they're overrated and we're underrated.
We'll find out.
I'm pretty sure. I think that's how we all feel.
Yeah.
I'm looking at so like I don't remember the last time we played was the last time we played an SEC team Auburn? No, Arkansas. Was it Arkansas that last time we played an SEC team?
Wasn't it Alabama?
Oh yeah. Okay, never mind.
Let's not
talk about that. Let's move on. Okay.
Yeah, ESPN likes to bring that up every year. I'm pretty sure they're gonna be dropping that video like probably tomorrow.
I'm gonna be honest. I really hope our I don't think this group will, but I just really hope we don't see that. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. Don't be crawling on the floor. Don't be like that too.
The staff is too good, man. It's not Clay Helton's staff.
I kind of want to see them rock the bus though. That's what Pete Carroll's team used to do.
Yeah.
Just don't replicate what you did at Alabama.
I just want to see a USC W, man. That's all I.
Exactly.
I don't care how they come out the tunnel. If they come out doing that, we just need to back it up. Which I truly believe that's going to be the case, man. So,
yeah, definitely will be.
Like Gunner says, we don't travel to see our team lose.
Yeah, well, yeah, exactly. Never seen this team lose in person, so
neither have I. So, all right. Anything else, guys?
Any questions for Sam, guys, in the chat?
Yeah, man. I'm pretty impressed by our O-line too. I know we didn't talk about it much, but it sounds. The more I look at him, the more comfortable I am with our O-line too, as well. Of course, we still have some questions, but I think we're getting closer and closer to answers, man, regarding the O-line.
I don't think we've heard too much about Isaiah Rubens. Like, have we heard much about him? I don't think so.
I think he mentioned him. Yeah, they mentioned him yesterday.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
What'd they say then?
Good things. It was Belk mentioned him. That he was doing well. He was being physical.
Hey Sam,
another guy that I heard was. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I'll ask the question after.
Another guy that I heard was doing well, but we just haven't heard much about. Anthony Beavers, man. He had an interception the other day, I believe, in the scrimmage. He's still doing his thing, which we all pretty much agree that he's due for a breakout year. So he, like Gentry, is another guy that's going to be very versatile in this defense and play a few different positions.
I'm very interested to see how they handle Jalen Smith this year, because we've heard a lot about Greedy Vance, and he might be in that nickel spot where Jalen played pretty much most of the year and had a lot of success. So it's going to be interesting because he's been bouncing around between cornerback, nickel, safety. So, like, I just don't want to see him get pushed back. Which, if Greedy Vance is the best guy for the team, great. We want the best people on the team or on the field, but like he put in a lot of work for us last year. He killed it in the Louisville game, so it would just be interesting to see him get beat out at that point after the 3 years that he's given to USC.
Listen, I hear you, but for me, it's may the best man win.
Yeah, and I get that, but
positions.
I think it's a way to keep him on the field, you know.
Yeah.
They're just trying to make sure they find a way to keep him on the field if it's at whatever position. You know, he could be everybody's backup.
Yeah.
You know, and be on the field at all times.
Exactly. But it's interesting because when we were talking about who we thought were going to be the starters, we all thought Jalen Smith was going to be the guaranteed starter because of how he performed and all that stuff. And now it's good to see that there's competition at that position. It just kind of bums me out because we're kind of doing the whole we want to like. I think he's just a fan favorite in a sense, and he's just like Miller Moss. But like everyone will be upset if Miller Moss wasn't the starter. But if Jaden Mayava is the best quarterback to lead us, then he's the best one. Like if Miller Moss gets replaced by him, then we can't be upset about it because he's going to be leading us to a championship.
Yep.
But should be interesting to see that first depth chart. I have a feeling we're going to see a lot of oars next to them.
Oh yeah.
I always hated to see the or as well because that just like so who are we going to be seeing starting? Who's going to be the first one out on that field?
No.
What?
Yep.
What is Anthony talking about?
I was gonna ask you, Sam. Like now that Marquis has been in college for a while now, how has he adjusted to the college life with practice and just going to class and all that?
Well, it's definitely tough. I mean, he does tell me how the school part of it is tough. It's no joke. It's not an easy ride, you know.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I mentioned before, he's one of those kids that like he's smart, but he's not like really like he's not a G like he wouldn't have got into SC if it wasn't for football. But he does get, good grades, right? He does his work. He does so it's gonna be the school part. He feels like that's gonna be the harder part of being at USC than the football part.
Yeah.
The football part, he goes in there, he does his work. He can control all that. But if physically, he knows he'll be getting better, right? Mentally, in the classroom, that's a little harder. That's a little different. So yeah, he's comfortable. He likes it there. He for sure knows he made the right decision to go there. And yeah, he's just taking it, one day at a time. But he does really say that, one of his bigger accomplishments will be when he gets that degree.
Yes,
Absolutely.
that's what I was about to say. That degree is going to go further than anything that football accomplishments ever will give him.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, connection wise, man, I'm making connections myself, trying to get my other kids jobs, when they graduate. So I'm sure he'll be set.
Jeff says, how's he balancing having to work out like crazy and eat like a science and juggle high school or juggle school with it?
Yeah, like the school stuff, the eating part. I mean, like I don't think the guy's get enough credit for gaining all that weight because it does require a lot of discipline to do the work, right? I mean, they can't make you eat. They give you the meals, they give you everything. It's there available, but they can't sit there and make you eat every time. And for them to have those type of results, that means they all bought in and they all ate, right? Even when you're not hungry, you're eating. Marquis took it the way where he was eating when he's not hungry. And he took the advice of the coaches that were telling him, just eat. Your stomach will expand eventually, and you'll get used to it. But those first couple of weeks, it's difficult.
I'm telling you, man. Any bodybuilder would tell you that the gym, that's the easy part. The eating is harder than anything else, man.
Yeah,
the discipline you have to have behind it. So it takes a lot,
it's doing it. It's doing it when nobody's watching.
Yep.
No.
Let's see, we had another question, I believe. Let's see.
So it was a comment. They said, Walter Clark said, Sam, Coach Lincoln Riley said that your son doesn't shy away from contact.
Yeah, that's actually what I believe that we do have our specialty in our family, man. The tackling part, we got that part down. The tackling part, we can tackle. I got a 12-year-old right now. Got into football late. He's not as athletic, but he can tackle. So that's something that's going to be for sure our strength.
Right.
All right, Chad. You guys got any more questions here?
Yeah, I'll just say on mine. I don't have any questions, but again, always a pleasure having you on, Sam. Look forward to seeing you in Vegas and
yes,
just following along the season and seeing your son's career. So excited.
Yeah, thank you. Appreciate it for having me. And again, definitely, if I don't see you guys before the game, I'll definitely see you guys after the game of celebrating.
Yep, definitely.
Absolutely.
I'll definitely message you, Sam, see if we can grab a beer or two during the game or after, whatever you prefer.
Yeah, definitely, man. I'm there for that. Same reason too. I'm gonna need some beers. These nerves are already getting to me, so definitely we'll need a few beers.
we got a pregame because the beers at the stadium are going to be expensive.
Definitely. Well, it's Vegas, man. Everything's expensive.
That is true.
We'll get our money back after the money line. Once we get the money.
Yeah, right.
That's the plan right there. That's the plan.
Yep. Group everything.
Yep.
It's okay, Anthony. I won't block you. It's fine. It's just a nice threat.
That's funny. All right, man. So without further ado, I think all minds are clear. No more questions. We'll see you guys Sunday. Like, share, subscribe, of course, man. Hit that like button.
Join.
Get those memberships, man. Join the squad. What's up?
Yeah, and go follow Sam on X as well.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't be coming at them crazy, man.
That's all right, man. I can handle it.
So, without any further ado, all minds are clear. We're gonna get out of here. We'll see you guys Sunday. Fight on.
Right on.